Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live today. I am so excited to kind of be here for Soul Strategy Saturday. I'm just going to go ahead and share my video here out to a couple of places. So let's see, share to my news feed. Share now, and then also let's share to a couple groups. So if you're joining, if you're coming on, if for the replay, please go ahead and type in replay and just leave comments throughout. I do check on these live streams, and feel free to share it as well, because there's going to be a message out here that's collective, even though I'm going to be pulling cards for individuals that pop on. So let me go ahead and share into a group. Here we go. I'm just checking out if there's any other groups I can get in here. Yeah, I think that's it. Cool. Well, I just wanted to make sure that I'm gonna have to remember to ask permission for some of my friends I see that have groups. If I can just hurry and share into these groups, because my goodness, I sure would like to. So all that is done. Let's see if I'm getting people joining me all today. See what kind of energy we're gonna have on here. So I did want to talk a little bit about soul family connections. So we'll just give people a minute or so to join while I introduce this deck as well. And it's interesting, I didn't know which deck to bring out because, I try to always think if there's a deck that maybe goes along with the topic. And this is a deck called the Wisdom Keepers, and it goes along with a program called the Gene Keys, which really doesn't have anything to do with soul family history, other than the fact that these are beautiful, beautiful cards. And I know it's kind of dim in my room. I'm short on light bulbs, and the light bulb just went out. So look at these faces, these amazing faces, very soulful. So just wanted to maybe pull a couple of faces for people that pop on after I chit chat a little bit, see if we can get some people coming on. But yeah, if you want a card, go ahead and mention that you might want a card, and we'll kind of go from there. So let's see, our soul family history. This fun topic. Hi, Mia. Hey. Let's see. It's Tessa? I think that's right. Yeah, let's get you a card to start out with really quick, so we can get more people joining in here, and we'll kind of go forward. Oop, a couple cards fell out here. So let's see. This one right here. This one's a good one for Tessa. Right now, she pulled the Strength card. Strength. Look at this amazing. Right away I saw like sumo, the sumo wrestler, the sumo style wrestler right here. Immediately I got connected to that, but then I saw how kind and like how just what a sweet, genuine feeling this person had. So I mean, we're talking about soul families. That's why I wanted to bring this out. So I think that tells you how you can be strong. You can be a very strong person, Tessa, but also remain very loving and sweet, and have a very kind, a very, very amazing sense of kindness around you. So yeah, let's get Mia and Evita a card just while we're waiting here. So it's a good message for us all. So this is a Mia's card. Oh, right here. We got a couple of cards that popped out. This one's the one for Mia here. Imagination. Beautiful card. See, I've only played with these decks in relation to all of these cards match up to one of the 64 gene keys. Like that one's number 64. So I've only really taken a good look at the ones that are on my personal profile. So interesting. But imagination. So it's calling for the use of imagination in your life right now, Mia. And I think this is just like a call back to playfulness. And when we can open up and allow our imagination to step in, it sort of engages us with our inner child, and that's could be a source of a lot of healing. I know what's going on with you, so especially with what's going on with you in your personal life, you know, that being able to heal the inner child and the sorrow that she has over, you know, your mom and that sort of thing is really beneficial. So using your imagination gets that playfulness about her. So okay, guys. So I did want to talk a little bit about soul family history, because I know there's going to be some people popping on that might want to hear a little bit about this. And then we'll get back to doing some cards. Actually, I got the hit. Hurry and talk about what you're here to talk about, because your kids are around, and they may explode at any given moment. So, although I do have a babysitter. So soul family, this is a really interesting concept, and I've really been diving deep into it in the past probably 6 months. I've read a lot of Edgar Cayce books, a ton of Edgar Cayce books, and he's like the mystic from the early 1900s that really was able to work in the Akashic records and do readings for people, like I do. And so reading his excerpts from his case studies or whatever, it's really helpful to understand and wrap your head around how we all come back after incarnation to sort of dance it out with certain family members and people that are in our lives. So we have these different characteristics of the people that are in our soul family, and I'm even going to do a future topic class for my group about soul mates. And that's an interesting topic. I'm starting to do a little bit more digging deep into that. So, but our soul family, these are the people immediately like that we marry, you know, that we have children with. Maybe sometimes we divorce them. These are our mothers and our fathers and our own children. These are all of our soul family. These are even our cousins. These are our best friends. These can be work associates. If you form a business partnership with someone, darn tootin' sure you probably had a relationship in a past life. There we go. There's my I don't know where that came from. So this is what I'm talking about, soul family. And I think a lot of people don't understand why. Let's take my own relationship with my own sister, for example. We're sisters, and we're 4.5 years apart. So maybe that was part of what lined it up in this lifetime to deal with this certain feeling of we never got along. Like, you know, we weren't very close, and I was really mean to her. Sorry. Mandy, if you watch this one, sorry. I was kind of mean. And now that we're older, you know, we've gotten a little bit closer through when I have had my first son. She helped me out so I could work afterwards. So she's studying and going to school. She came over and kind of did a little like babysitting work for me, so I could work as well. And it was family taking care of family, which was wonderful. And that brought us together, you know, but it's like this feeling of distance is so easy to come between us. So what's going on there? You know, I wonder in my mind. Well, I can go into my Akashic records and I can dig deeper into that relationship and find out exactly what's going on. And I've one of my previous classes in the group that just aired, my Akashic Learning group. I think I was going to get a card for a gal named Avita. Let me scroll. Yeah, let's get Avita a card. I hope you're still here. Avita, let me know if you're still here. If you're still here, we're getting you a card. So I did a class in August, like hours before my baby was born. That's crazy. But I did a class in August, and really talking about family karma and the way that plays out. And so it was a natural lead in to really diving deeper into our own soul family history and how we do that. So one thing, oh, you're here. Okay, let's get Avita a card. Let's do a couple more cards. So these are my most soul family full. I have this one right there, was ready to fly out. So intimacy, beautiful card. Look at this beautiful woman. Isn't she just radiating love and acceptance? So intimacy. So Avita, there's So I'm trying to figure out if I'm feeling it's a certain relationship that you're not necessarily being as 100% intimate or honest with, or if for some reason I also felt like yourself. That you need to form a deeper intimacy even with yourself before you can offer that to a relationship, to a soulmate relationship potentially. Because isn't soulmates are, and I'm still trying to formulate how I feel about them and what kind of definition I give to them, but aren't they generally speaking, once you've come to yourself and you find yourself, you're thinking, okay, well, now where's the other part of me? Where's the other pieces of me that lighten up my soul? And you go start to look for them. Well, if you don't know enough about yourself and you're not completely intimate with yourself and truly comfortable, with who you are, how can you really draw that into your life? So there's more intimacy. It wants to come to you. It's like a grandmother that wants to wrap you in a nice hug. Oh, my cat appeared out of nowhere. Hi, kitty. So she might join us. She's always fun. She just likes to walk right in front of the situation. So anyway, this class that I have for Soul Family History, it's airing tomorrow actually, guys, within my Akashic Learning group. So if you wanted to get involved in it and watch it live, you have the opportunity. So send me a message. And if you're watching this on the replay, I don't air live until 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So you have some time tomorrow. I wanted to have everybody out there that felt drawn to watch this be able to see, or be able to take advantage of it. And then also within the group, you can catch the replay of that class as well as all of my other classes that I've done. And we have some amazing new things coming up for 2019. So let's see who else wants a card. Hi, Stacy. Let's see. Yeah. And then I'm going to do Stacy. Let's pull Stacy's card. And then right here above Stacy, I've got someone else commenting. And I'm going to try to pronounce their name without messing it up completely. But it starts with a W. So if that's you, you'll be next. So let's get Stacy's card. There we go. Jumping right out at us. This one's a cool one. Look at this insight. Look at the, is that a hawk? I don't even know. I'm not a birdologist. But right there on his third eye. And he also is wearing glasses as if to help sharpen his eyesight. But this card's message is insight. So I think there's something deeper than it's asking you, Stacy, to look and say, okay, there's a situation in your life where just using your eyesight isn't going to do it. You really need to tune in and use your insight and see things that aren't necessarily on the surface. So whatever kind of popped in your head when I pulled the card, when I started talking about that situation where it's not going to work with your eyesight, that's what this is all about. Hi, Kitty. Do you need to leave? We'll see if she needs to leave. She'll tell me. So is it Wayne? Yeah, I just don't know how to pronounce your name, but I will draw you a card. Wayna, okay. Wayna, that's good. I'm glad I scrolled down because I'm like, oh, I feel so bad when I pronounce names wrong. But let me get you a card, my dear. Ooh, there we go. Here's one that's coming out. This one is the Initiative card. Look at this, Initiative. He looks actually quite focused. And again, all these guys are very, very gentle. That's why I liken them to somebody who you might find on your soul family team, that's come through to help propel you forward in your life and kind of meet yourself as your higher self designed for your path. So this card is Initiative, and it's saying, hey, Wayna, it's time to take some initiative and get moving forward. So maybe you've been planning and getting ready, and there's like something getting ready, or going to execute within your life, and it's time to push forward and take that initiative and go. Hi, Andrea. I think I might have been super prompt today. I was prompt. I realized I don't have a light in my room because, not that I can't change a light bulb, but I have been momming all by myself all week without a husband. So when it comes to having to go to the store to buy the light bulbs to change them, he's just going to do it tomorrow when he gets home. So yeah. Colleen, no, you you didn't get a card, but congratulations, you're getting one now. Welcome back from your toilet break. See, when you share and you open up, you get cards. She's like, I want to know if I need to catch the replay. So yeah, Colleen, you'll be next. So let's see, I want to make sure as we're going through these cards, I'm giving you little snippets about my group without being overwhelming. So ask me questions. I have, and most importantly, the class that I have going, or ask me questions, guys, that you might have, and it's not going to be answered by the cards, but I'm here to ask you or help you get a grip on relationships in your life where you know that there's soul family, but something's going on there, and so I can tell you if this class will help you dig deeper into that relationship. I'm going to get my cat from knocking everything over. Hey, nope. Where are you going to go? Here, honey, let's go. There you go. So ask questions, Colleen. I'm going to go ahead and get your card while people are thinking on those questions. Has anybody ever, here's your card, has anybody ever wanted to find out more about why you have this weird relationship with your sister, or why it feels like at points you're mothering your mother and she, maybe I'm giving examples of my own life here. This is for Colleen. Yeah, no problem, my dear. Absolutely excited to get you a card, Colleen. So this is the preservation card. So this is, I actually, right as soon as I said preservation, in my head I heard relationship. So there's a relationship that you've been struggling with, and this card is coming to say that you do need to offer it some preservation. And the way I held that in my head was, preserve it for the good that it was, and see if you can continue it without letting whatever is going on recently, come into play. So this is a forgiveness activity, I think, as well for you in this particular relationship. So this one's for Colleen. So yeah, preservation in the area of relationships. These are really interesting cards. There are some really great insights that are coming through from them. So yeah, Anita, I think, and so there's been a couple of times that my son, my 4-year-old, although he was 3 when this was all going on, there's been a couple of times where he's been arguing with my husband, his father. It's like, I'm the dad. And it's like, no, I'm the dad. And, kids have these power struggles, but just the way he was like, no, I'm the dad, And I had to look at him at one point and I had to say, well, no, in this life, son, in this life, you're the son and this is the dad, because I really think he might have some recollection of a past life. And even recently, me and the lovely Andrea and I have become quite good BFFs, Andrea Miller here. And we've been, video chatting a little bit more because we don't live close to each other. So we're becoming BFFs through the Facebook waves and Marco Polo waves. And so Kat, my oldest son, again, was watching her on video one time and he's like, is that my mom? And so, if I wasn't attuned to all this past life stuff, and by the way, Andrea and I have come together and it's like we feel like we are sisters, or we are best friends, or we just have some of the same ideas that are lining up, or ones that complement each other with regards to the Akashic records. If you guys don't know, she's the amazing soul that I've brought in to help co-teach and co-lead this group into 2019 and beyond. So this is why the group used to be one investment rate, and now it's $111, but it is on a holiday sale right now for $88. So this is a really good time to catch it. You might remember what it used to be. We won't even name it because that is long gone. But I added another person to help teach you and inspire you, and she's all about future manifestation in the records. So where I'm over here, past life manifestation, I'm helping you learn about your past. So anyway, it was cute when my son was like, is that my mom? Because now that I've been involved in this past life and been really reading about how people reincarnate together lifetime after lifetime, I was like, maybe it was your mom once. And I could have been your aunt. We could have been sisters at that point. Like, how crazy could this be? And I can go in the records using a pendulum, which I forgot to get before I started the live stream. It's in my other room. And ask these yes or no questions, making it really easy. Like, you don't even have to, you just have to trust the pendulum. You don't have to necessarily trust the thoughts that come into your head. Now, the more you use a pendulum, the more you're either going to think that you're controlling the pendulum, or that you really are psychic, because you begin to hear the answer in your head, in whatever form, whether you see it, feel it, hear it, however that works for you in your body, before the pendulum starts to move. So that's really cool. Kind of trippy, really cool when that happens. Yeah, Andrea, I need to do, I need to do our relationship reading. I want to do a relationship reading, but between the two of you and I, because there's something there, especially because we're co-creating the future of this amazing group, and just really, we're shining a light on the Akashic Records like no other, girly. This group's going to grow. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, so let's see. Another epiphany that I had this week, I'm just going to just keep rolling for a minute, is that not only, and the reason this epiphany came to me is because I live in Northern California, and we are struggling up here with some wildfires year after year. I've only lived here a couple of years, so it feels like it's been intense. And so I had this epiphany when listening to one of my recent books on tape or whatever, that you're drawn to the things you need to hear, guys. Spirit knows. 11 people watching right now too. Yay. So this week I had this thought, and I said, people will incarnate as in a community. Like, there's not just soul families, but there's soul communities. And especially this smaller town that I live in now, compared to, from Salt Lake City, and now I live in a much smaller town. And I can understand and see how this whole community, maybe it was in Germany, and it was a whole like situation where they had to come together during the Nazi invasions or whatever, but they came together and they protected each other, and they offered food from their own table and shelter from their own home to the people around them, and this type of thing. And so they know how to come together when there's tragic events that happen. So they reincarnate as a small town community in Northern California. Has nothing to do with Germany or the Nazis or anything like that. But what it does have is that element of being able to band together and to give even when it's taking a little bit away from you, but just to be able to help out with that community. So, this is where my mind goes, guys, when I'm thinking about like the whole strings. Then this is where my mind went next, if I'm not losing you, is every place you're drawn to move is part of your soul story. So somehow I'm going to intertwine this into classes, or else just live streams within my group, or maybe just more soul strategy Saturdays. But so where have I moved in my life? Just to give you guys an example, I'm from Utah, which is a very religious community, Mormon or LDS, which I was born into that religion, but not there anymore. And I kind of fell away, so to speak, when I was in my teenage years. And I was, first place, I did move, I moved up to Montana first. So there was something just about getting away. I didn't really think about that one because it wasn't super pivotal to me. But then I moved, it all was around me moving away from religion and having to go to this polar extreme opposite. So I moved from Utah. The big jump that came up to my mind was Las Vegas, Nevada. So I moved there. And if you can imagine one weekend that you might have in Las Vegas, Nevada, I did that for 4 or 5 years. Okay. So, yeah. So there's a pendulum swing right there, guys. This is one of the laws of the universe, is there's always a pendulum, and it's always going to swing a little bit. You can control that, but maybe try to mediate it a little bit. So I had to go off the deep end. And then I have a soulmate relationship that came to me, and I met this person, and I've got to dive deeper into this one too. Met this person, and that was such a strong connection that I sold most of my stuff in Las Vegas and moved to New York City. Okay. So I find myself in New York City with this person that is from England originally, and how did these two people meet? I mean, I'm from Utah originally, and so I'm there, and it was enough to pull me out of this place that I wasn't getting anywhere. That's Las Vegas. So that's what this is kind of. I didn't know I was going to tell this story today, guys. It just felt like coming out. So I was pulled away so I could kind of get my head out of my ass, so to speak, stop partying a little bit, and then drawn back home. I had a sick father who took me back home to Utah, where I then met my current husband. And then where did we move after a few years? To Northern California. And for me, that really expanded my spiritual connection, was moving out here. I went back to Utah. No, not going to be religious. Had to meet somebody there, leave. So there's all these connections that you can find out from the various places that you're drawn to, from the people that you're associated with, the families that you're born, that you choose to be born into. Okay. So all of this. I'm getting a lot of Me Too's from Andrea. Absolutely. Natasha, let's get you a card. So this is how it works. Like, I'd get on my soapbox and I tell stories, and if I happen to see your comment, like, you get the winning moment. Here we go. This one's coming out here. Ooh, we have initiative again. Actually, I'm going to get you a second card because this is a repeat. You might be able to listen to the replay here. But this really spoke to me, is just getting moving on something. Let me see if I'm getting anything in particular for you. Let's see. What else? What could we be needing to dive deeper on the initiative? Woo! Look at this. The one is farsightedness. So putting these two cards together is very interesting for me, is taking the initiative. And what's this farsightedness? For me, I see is taking a step back and seeing a situation from a bigger perspective. And you're going to have to be the one that takes initiative with that. If you're in a situation with another person, it's not going to be the other person that's going to be able to be big enough to step back. So Gemma, I'm so glad you're on. Andrea, these are the Gene Keys cards. These are called the Wisdom Keepers. It's all backwards. I'll post, and it's super dark because I'm losing light here. I'll post a picture of the deck in the comments. But I got these last year when I really dove deep into the Gene Keys course. And they just felt like my family. Like I wanted to bring them out. Look at all these beautiful pictures, these faces. So yeah. So yeah, let's get Barbara a card. I see, oh, there's a card right here already popping out. Strength. We have some repeating cards, so there is a theme here. So some strength here. Let's find out, since this is a repeat card. Barbara gets lucky to get these guys that get repeat cards are getting lucky to get a second card tonight. This one's sitting out. Strength. Strength, and this one's a commitment card. So there's a relationship for you. Trying to see how the feeling is here. I'm feeling that you are concerned if the commitment was strong enough to last in a relationship in your life. You're gonna have to tell me how right on, because I'm in the space of the Akashic records here. But it is strong enough. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's just going through some growing pains here. So something in your life, and maybe it's not a romantic relationship, but business relationship. So something, is it strong enough to withstand and stay committed? I'm getting that it is yes. It's just, and that's like a soulmate relationship, because a lot of times, guys, so the person that I married first, of course, he's one of my soulmates, and part of my soul family, because I married him, and I divorced him because, I don't know, it just got too difficult for the things we were bringing together for me to meet myself with him. And my soul's like, okay, we're not going to get anywhere in this life here. So you're going to leave him and you're going to go on to another person. However, I don't think I healed the things in that relationship that needed to be healed from a previous lifetime. So I have a pretty solid bet that I'm going to be dancing with this guy in the future, not in this lifetime, but in a future lifetime. So we all go through the veil of forgetfulness again when we're reborn and when we reincarnate, but at a deep level, there is soul recognition, and that does go into play with our future lifetimes. So Barbara says, yeah, we're separated and now trying to get back together. Oh my gosh. You guys, sometimes I like really surprise myself. I don't know. Are there other card readers that like are shocked when they get something so right on? So I'm honored to be able to give you that message, actually, Barbara. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. These are awesome cards. Why the hell haven't I brought these out yet? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna tie this off. That was the last, those were the last cards I was going to pull, but I did want to let you guys know you have the opportunity to learn all about your past, and I have a go at your own pace kind of DIY group that I've created based on my journey into the records. And now I did go further and I got certified as a soul realignment practitioner to learn how to do a variety of different types of readings. And I'm working some of that magic into the education without stepping on any copyrights. So, you know, you're getting a lot of my education on how I use things outside of those structured readings when I do like just readings with people where we get on the phone and we talk about things and we go into the records and I ask questions and this type of stuff. So, oh, thanks, Mia. So anyway, if you have the urge to learn about your past, if you have the urge to learn about how to heal yourself, present life, how to heal that based on using your Akashic records, if you have the urge to learn about how to create the life you want, how to co-create with the divine, that's what my group is for too. That's what Ms. Andrea brings to the table. So I'm so excited for that. So let me know if I can be of inspiration for you. And again, the group is $111, super sweet number. It's really amazing. But what's more amazing is it's on sale for $88 right now. So please take advantage of that before New Year. It's going to be on sale till, I won't tell you because I want you to not put it off. Don't worry, you'll find out the date when it gets closer to it. But it's a holiday sale, so it's at least going to extend through the holidays, whatever that might mean for you. So yeah, beautiful souls, thank you for showing up. Those that I pulled a card for really helped build the energy for the collective. There's great messages for everybody. And those that I didn't get to pull a card for, I do apologize. Keep showing up because we will connect. You will get cards, and the more you show up, the more you'll get notified. Oh, also you can have Facebook notify you of these live streams. You can send me a friend request, or you can like this page, the Akashic Queen, and yeah, just send me a message if you want more information about the group. Barbara, I'd love for you to be in. Yeah, I have so many fun things planned. Andrea and I both are excited for the future of the group. So everybody have a wonderful Saturday.